Good afternoon from New York Realm. I am in Soho, and here is the protected bike lane, and there's something missing.
Can I say hi to your vlog?
Say hi quick.
Hi.
Yeah, now you know what this is about? No. This is about malfeasance infrastructure. See, the city is making a two-way bike lane here, and most of the bikers are e-bikes, which means you have to look two ways all the time for guys going 40 miles an hour on e-bikes.
No line in the middle to separate.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a line in the middle too, but they take. Yeah. Yeah. Have a good day. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Yeah. So this is it. So the Department of Transportation Alternatives, they're really taking their sweet time making this malfeasance infrastructure two-way bike lane. Although there was already a two-way bike lane here. They made this. They made a two-way bike lane here from Houston to Lafayette. To Spring in Lafayette, like a year ago. And I have to go over here because this green paint, this fresh kermit is toxic. Yeah. So this is and that guy, that pedestrian pointed out that there's no line marking that this is a two-way. So basically, this is still a one-way street. But you know, with the e-bikes, and you know, with the Department of Transportation Alternatives, e-bikes have privileges, and when they make a bike boulevard, every street is a bike boulevard. Going the wrong way. Going the wrong way, dummy. Going the wrong way. And now here's where it gets worse. This is where it gets worse. Look at this. Look how wide this look where this guy is. Look where he is. Look where he is. He's on the phone. On the fucking phone. What a slob. See, even with the widened bike lane, even with the super widened bike lane that's going to be a two-way, and it's wide because of the speed of e-bikes, yeah, the e-bike drivers and the deliveristas that drive the e-bikes still break the rules. This paint really stinks. This is... Can't believe they did this. And while the DOT has been doing this, fucking up the fucking streets of New York City, fucking up the streets of Manhattan, making streets for e-bikes, potholes, sinkholes, and holes are not getting fixed in South Queens and everywhere else in the 5 boroughs. This is what the DOT is doing. They're making streets not for people. They're making streets for e-bikes and for food app corporations and for Lyft, for the e-bike share. Because e-bikes go so fast now, the DOT has to make more space to accommodate the recklessness, the speed of those e-bikes. And of course they have to, yep, there goes another one. Don't worry about it, don't worry. Mayor Mondani got rid of that 15 mile an hour law. Look at this shit. And it gets thin over here for some reason. It's really wide between Bleecker and Bond Street. Oh, it gets wide again anyway. You guys slow down. You guys slow down. Wow, that's obnoxious. Yeah, well, they have put a line here. You know what's interesting? The DOT actually, you know, when they announced they were doing this, they said, "Oh, we're going to do this for the World Cup." Well, the World Cup's going to be over in a week. Wait up. Wait up, and soon these guys will be looking that way to make sure they don't get killed by a fucking e-bike driver going 30 miles an hour. Now remember, the speed limit here is 15. Look where this guy is. What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Yeah, see? See this shit? Malfeasance infrastructure. Streets designed to excuse and give an amnesty to reckless driving behavior. Speeding. All because these guys don't want to slow down. All because these guys don't want to ride regular bikes. All because these guys don't want to pedal. Look at this shit. Look what they did here. Oh yeah, they made extra parking spaces for these guys here. These are the, and that's another thing. They're designing streets for Wegmans because a lot of these guys are Instacart. They're just ridiculous. Oh look, the Starbucks they still haven't found new fucking business to replace Starbucks. Look, they put a bench. They put a bench in the bike lane. Yeah, and they destroyed Astor Place. Look at this shit. This used to be a regular two-way street. Now it's a one-way for vehicles and a two-way for bikes in front of the Dash Mart and the Wegmans there. See, this is not streets for people. This is streets for frickin' Wegmans, DoorDash. They actually put a sign here. Hold up. Yeah, this is what they put here to warn pedestrians. Watch, miss. See, this is why this shouldn't exist. This is why two-way bike lanes are dangerous. That woman didn't even hear that guy coming. Yep. Yeah, and they even got signs facing this way too. That's it. It's official. It's official. It's gonna be a two-way bike lane. I try to warn the DOT. I try to warn Ben Barone. You're making a big mistake. You're making a big mistake putting a two-way bike lane here. Oh, yeah, especially by a children's school right there. Yeah, look, I love how they put slow signs. I love how they put slow signs, and that ain't gonna happen. I know, look how stupid this is. You gotta have your head on a swivel over here, man. Especially children. Yeah, what are kids gonna do? What are kids gonna do when they come out of school and friggin' e-bikes, e-scooters, and surely motorcycles are gonna be whizzing up and down fucking boatways like locusts over here. You made a big mistake. And the only reason why this is happening is because fucking Mike Flynn. Because Mike Flynn came along. This is mostly the doing of transportation alternatives. They made this because they know their policies, their agenda. They know their agenda has made the streets more dangerous. And the DOT knows they made the streets more dangerous because of e-bikes. And they think the solution is to legalize the reckless driving by e-bike drivers and the e-moto scooters. Look at this shit. This is a joke. This is a fucking joke. What the DOT did was give the right of way to e-bikes over to pedestrians. This is New York realm, Impunity City, now more than ever. You're gonna fucking, let me tell you something, DOT, you're gonna get sued. You're gonna get sued. First person gets killed here. Class action lawsuit. It's gonna be a class action lawsuit against this if somebody dies or somebody gets killed by an e-bike driver here. There should not be a two-way bike lane here. And for what? So city bike drivers can get to the Brooklyn Bridge easier? What the fuck's wrong with Broadway and making a left on Chambers? Nah, it was mostly made because delivery workers break the law all the time. That's why it was made. And most delivery workers are illegal immigrants. This is sanctuary city street design, not New York City street design. Later. This goes out to Jim Walden, suing the city over a Maimon decision to abolish the criminal summons for lawless e-bike driving. Yeah, this is the warning signs for pedestrians on the coming two-way bike lane, the dangerous two-way bike lane, Lafayette and 4th Avenue. See, the DOT knows how dangerous this is, and they have to put these signs here. They know how dangerous it is. This is an acknowledgement of their malfeasance infrastructure street redesigns. That's proof. The Department of Transportation Alternatives has just made the probably the 17 most dangerous blocks on this corridor, starting from Spring Street to Union Square. See this? Watch it, sir. And they're gonna come from that way too. This is dangerous. This is freaking dangerous. And it's all made for this. It's all made for this shit. See that? You heard what he said? That's what they think of you. That's what they think of New Yorkers. That's what they think of Americans. And that's what they think of pedestrians. That's what they think of you. And that's who the DOT designed the streets for them. And this is what they said. I hope you're proud, Mike Flynn. Hope you're proud, Transportation Alternatives. That's who you're supporting. The unsustainable society. The unsustainable society. Look at that shit. Dangerous. Dangerous. And that's going to be driving on here soon, too. And you put it by a children's school. You put a two-way bike lane that's going to be mostly used by e-bikes going over 20 mph by a school. Now look at that. Look at that. Slow? I don't think so. Because you gave e-bike drivers privilege, DOT. Mike Flynn, yeah. You say you don't see any recidivism from e-bike drivers? So your solution was to get rid of recidivism by making a two-way bike lane to stop wrong way cycling and e-bike driving recidivism? You're gonna sue the city over that too. Look at that. One two-way bike crossing sign for pedestrians, 2 warning signs for pedestrians. Faster than the cars too. This is New York realm, Impunity City, now more than ever. Coming to the end at Union Square. Look how fast they go. And also, you think a two-way bike lane is gonna stop? You think a two-way bike lane is gonna make it safer? These guys keep weaving in and out. These guys keep weaving in and out. They keep going the wrong lane. There's gonna be a crash and a death here, just like on Queensbridge. Yep. Now they gotta paint that one. Someone's gonna get killed here, just like on Queensbridge. Just like on Queensbridge. Look what they did here. Yeah, Department of Transportation Alternatives, they turned a two-lane corridor and park on Union Square East into 1 lane. And then it turns to 2 lanes again. Basically making a two-way bike lane. The two-way bike lane is gonna go over here by the one-way fucking traffic road. That way it connects with this filthy two-way bike lane. And when I say filthy, I mean filthy. Look at that shit. Look at this fucking shit here. Look how look how disgusting it is. See that? These guys can't wait. You know, you're supposed to wait behind the person behind you. This is why two-way bike lanes will not work. And two-way bike lanes are dangerous. Red. Mask, huh? What are you wearing a mask for? It's 80 degrees outside. Oh yeah, so you can break the law. What are you looking at, stupid? Why do you need 2 batteries to deliver food? Why do you need 2 batteries, man? Why don't you pedal, you weakling? Doesn't stop either. It's supposed to stop. See? Yep, wrong side. Stop. Go ahead. I'm documenting this. Go ahead. Slow down. Gotta wait for the pedestrians to cross. Idiot. You did this, DOT. You did this. You did this, Transportation Alternatives. This is you. This is fucking you. You made the streets more dangerous.